Jake Alexander stands in the midcourt circle, and he will have the task of the opening tip for the Black Cats and being opposed by Phil Claus of St. Pius. Referees are set to go, and here's the opening tip, and it's won by Herculaneum into the arms of Plager. Plager swings it to the top, gives it to Washburn. Tried to dump it underneath Alexander, ball poked away, run down by Alexander in the corner, then lost it out of bounds. But it was tipped out by St. Pius. It will be Herculaneum basketball as Dustin Dunn will inbound. Dunn brings it on the left side wing, given to Washburn. He'll put it on the floor with the right hand. Middle of the floor, swings it left, given to Dunn. Dunn now works towards the middle, gives to Martinez. Goes right wing, hands off to Plager. At the top for Dunn. Tried to flip that pass underneath for Martinez cutting in, threw it to Pius. Turnover Herculaneum as the Lancers now have it. Burke driving inside, gives to Claus, lost the handle, tough angle shot, lays it up and in, 2-0 St. Pius. Claus puts the Lancers on the board. Dunn on the right side wing, spins, comes back middle of the floor, left wing for Alexander. Back right, given to Dunn. Back for Alexander, he's gonna spot for the three, missed it. Tip and attempt no good by Plager, foul on Herculaneum. They might have gotten Herculaneum's Plager for going over the back, trying to go for that tip in. And that is the case. Foul on Plager, first on him, first team foul of the game. Sam Moody has it for the Lancers. Bounce pass right wing, given to Otek. Otek guarded by Plager. Trying to free himself up, gives it the top for Moody. Spots for a three ball, and it rims out no good. Rebound Dunn. Back come the Cats, down 2-0. Dunn right side, draws a double team. Layup attempt no good, but he's fouled. They're going to call this one on Ryan Vallow. That'll be his first personal foul. Foul shots coming up for the sophomore Dustin Dunn. First attempt is good, nothing but the bottom of the net. Dunn is actually a junior, not a sophomore. He leaves the next one short, barely draws iron. He hits 1 of 2 at the line. 2-1, St. Pius on top. Claus in the near side wing, beyond 3. Flips it up top for Burke. Burke dumping it into the low post for Otek. Ball poked away and a foul called on St. Pius. Herculaneum will look to take the lead on this possession as Alexander will flip to Washburn. 6 minutes, 20 seconds to play, first period. 2-1 St. Pius. Washburn between the circles. Works it to the right side, into the corner for Martinez. Thought about the shot, doesn't take it. Kick out by Dunn, left side for Plager. 3 ball, strong off the back rim. Picked up by Plager after the tip, lays it up and in. Open left side. Herculaneum takes the lead, 3-2 on the lay-in by Plager. Under 6 minutes to go in the first. Vallow near side wing, gives to Burke in the paint, lost the handle. Ball almost put in the basket. Picked up by Dunn, kicks it out for Martinez right side. On the baseline for Alexander, skip pass, Plager left side. Gets around his man, tough shot on the baseline, no good. Missed the 6-footer, but he drew the foul. Foul shots coming up for Plager as Tyler Burke will pick up the foul for Pius. Herculaneum trying to add to their 3-2 early lead in this one. Plager at the line. Puts it up and got it. Hits the first of 2. St. Pius already with 3 team fouls. And the second one off the mark by Plager. 1 of 2 at the line, 4-2 Herculaneum. Pius gathers the rebound after the missed shot. Moody brings it down court, left wing, given to Burke. Up top for Vallow, swings it right beyond 3 to Otek. Now it's Moody. Thought about the three. Steps inside the arc. Missed the 12-footer. Vallow the rebound. Shot rejected by Alexander. And he'll hand off to Dunn. Alexander, right wing, travels through the paint, and a blocking foul called on St. Pius. And it looks like they're going to get Vallow, and that's going to be his second personal. And Vallow will have to check out as Holdinghausen comes in. Herculaneum on top, 4-2, 5:07 to play in the first. Martinez dumps it in left side, giving it to Alexander. Quickly drew the double team. Plager spots for the open jumper from the outside, missed it. Claws the rebound. Pass ahead for Burke. Burke will slow it down. He'll hand off to Moody. Moody between the circles. Guarded by Washburn. Moody moves to the right side. Holdinghausen tries to set the pick. Jumper no good. Missing the 15-footer is Moody. Reach and foul on St. Pius after Alexander had the board. That one is going to be on Holdinghausen. That'll be his first personal. 4 team fouls against St. Pius. Not unusual with St. Pius playing a very tough man-to-man defense. Washburn over the timeline for Herculaneum. Into the corner left side for Plager, and he tried to get around his man, traveled. Ball goes to the Lancers, 4:32 to play in the first. Potosi came up a little bit short in a effort to get back in the game in the third place matchup with St. Genevieve. As the Trojans, down 16 at the half, end up losing by 7, 55-48 to St. Genevieve in the third place game that started late tonight, which explains our late start for this one. Holding foul will be called against Herculaneum underneath as St. Pius was trying to run the offense. That'll be on Thomas Plager. That'll be his second foul. He's going to have to come out. Herculaneum brings in a couple of subs. Ramsey and Bates in, replacing Martinez and Plager. 4 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the first. Herculaneum on top, 4-2. Otek inbounds, way up top for Moody. Moody backs it out near the midcourt stripe, hands off right wing, pass to Otek. Back for Moody on the left wing. Pius trying to set some offense, getting somebody open. Crisscrossing underneath the basket. Now it's Burke driving baseline. Running one-hander off the mark. Rebound to Ramsey. Herculaneum looking to increase the lead. They're up 4-2. Dunn down the right sideline. Takes it all the way to the basket. Layup no good, but a foul. And Burke's going to pick it up. That'll be his second. And St. Pius running into some foul trouble. Vallow already on the bench with 2. And Burke's going to pick up his second. And Coach Broadwater having to go to a larger lineup as Anthony Zinser is set to check in after the first foul shot here by Dunn, which is no good. Zinser in as well as Boyer. Claus and Burke go to the bench. 4-2, Herculaneum on top. Dunn trying to hit 1 of 2 at the line and does. Missed the first, but hit the second. 3-point lead for the Black Cats, 5-2. Moody calling the play as he steps over the timeline. Takes it all the way to the basket, and the running finger roll is good. Good dribble penetration by Moody. Flipped it up and over the defenders, and St. Pius now down by just a point. Herculaneum with the ball. Ramsey kicks it out, right side. Jumper by Bates off the mark. Zinser the rebound. And the outlet for Holdinghausen now to Moody. Pius looking to take the lead with under 3 minutes to go in the first. Holdinghausen in the near corner. Guarded by Ramsey. Takes one dribble. Hands off to Boyer at the top. Now it's for Moody near side. Moody dribbles middle of the floor. Pius very content with running some offense here, looking for a good shot. Boyer's going to take it all the way to the basket, and the shot no good. Washburn gets the rebound. Flips it ahead for Ramsey right side. At the top for Dunn. Left side for Alexander. Drives baseline. Kicks it out. It's Dunn. In the paint. Brings it out again to Ramsey. At the top for Washburn. Spots and puts up the running shot. No good. Rebound to Herky. Good job by Dunn to keep it alive, but now Pius has it. Moody ahead. Otek lost the handle on the floor underneath the basket. Kicks it out for Boyer. Takes it all the way to the basket. He gets hammered. Josh Boyer will go to the free throw line for St. Pius. Alexander, I believe, is going to pick up that foul. No, it's going to be instead on Kyle Bates, his first personal. Third team foul. 5-4. Herculaneum with the lead. Pius trying to tie it, and not on that shot. First one misses. Boyer at the line. Herky makes a change again as Washburn checks out, and here is the freshman Drew Actor into the game. Boyer hits 1 of 2. We're tied at 5. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. All the way to the basket, Dunn, and lost the handle. Last touch by Dunn. It's St. Pius ball. He had an open clearing, but Boyer actually stayed right with him, and Dunn couldn't keep his dribble alive. Pius looking for their first lead since it was 2-0. Boyer tries to dump it in for Otek, tipped away by the Cats. Still Lancer ball with 1:44 left in the first. Moody inbounding. Brings it up top for Otek. Otek will hand off to Moody at the top of the key between the circles. Gives right side for Boyer. Back for Moody. Boyer again on the right side. Now middle of the floor for Boyer. Hands off to Holdinghausen in the corner for Moody. Dribbles to the wing. To Otek near the free throw line. Hangs in the air, puts it up and in. Otek with his first bucket. St. Pius with the lead at 7-5. They dump it inside for Alexander. Low post move on the right baseline, missed it, but he will go to the free throw line after drawing the foul. This will be the 7th team foul already on St. Pius as Zinzer picks up this one. Alexander at the charity stripe. First free throw attempt left short on the front rim. Now the best he can do is pull his team to within 1. Just over a minute to play in the first quarter. St. Pius on top, 7-5. Alexander's second attempt good. He hits 1 of 2. That's his first bucket. Herculaneum has hit only 1 field goal in this first quarter, and they've hit 4 free throws in 8 attempts. Moody for St. Pius slowly brings it into the front court. Near side for Merritt Serafin. Serafin just checked in a moment ago. Drew Boyer at the top now with it between the circles, guarded by Actor. Right wing for Otek. Otek's going to take it all the way to the basket. Layup good. Strong move in that move by Otek. He's got 4. St. Pius up 9-6. Alexander, jumper from the left side, misses the 12-footer. They battle for the rebound. Off of St. Pius, out of bounds. It's Herculaneum basketball. 20 seconds remaining. A little bit of contact on that shot by Alexander, but no foul was called. Actor looking inbound, gives it right side wing beyond 3 to Washburn. Now it's Actor in the corner, 3 ball, left short on the front iron. Rebound to Moody with 12 seconds left in the period. Brings it down court with 8, hands off to Boyer. Boyer crosses over, brings it into the corner. Serafin, shot rejected by Alexander. Puts up the jumper just before the buzzer sounds, missed it, left it well short. St. Pius with a slim lead of 3 points at the end of the first period. 9-6. St. Pius on top of Herculaneum. We're back in 1 minute on 1400 KJF. St. Pius up 9-6 as we begin the second period on 1400 KJFF. Those of you listening on the radio, this game is also being taped on JCTV and will be replayed next Tuesday. Jump shot in the paint, no good by Boyer. Check that, I'm sorry, it goes through. And it's 11-6, St. Pius on top. Washburn kicks it out for Dunn. Nice ball fake, takes it all the way to the basket. Layup, good. Good job by Dunn. Here's a three ball from the top, no good by Moody. Rebound Alexander. Dunn into the front court. There's Washburn forcing up a shot right side underneath the basket, no good. Martinez gets the rebound. Brings it out for Actor. Pass in the paint, stolen. Zinser stepped in front, took it away. He'll hand off to Moody. Sam Moody between the circles, near side for Zinser. Zinser flips it to Moody underneath. Layup off the mark, no good. Alexander is there for the board. Back come the Cats down by 3. Alexander takes it all the way to the basket, missed the shot but drew the foul. Boyer tried to take the charge and instead gets called for the block, so Alexander will shoot free throws. Let's find out how things are going from the Gene Steighorst tournament. Let's head out there with Craig Andrews on the matchup between Festus and Hillsborough. All right, we'll get that in a moment, I suppose. Alexander at the line. First attempt is good. Jake Alexander trying to make it a 1-point game. Southpaw puts it up and it rims in good. Jake Alexander with 3 points. And Herculaneum down by just 1, 11-10, 6:40 to play in the first half. Moody into the front court for the Lancers, near side wing for Boyer, hands off to Claus, into the corner, Otek. Otek guarded closely by Dunn, and Otek tries to drive in, tripped, falls to the floor, lost the handle of the ball, picked up by the Black Cats. Dunn's going to take it all the way to the basket, called for the charge. That time, Josh Boyer took the charge, and the offensive foul called against Dustin Dunn. That'll be his first personal. And Actor's going to check out. Herculaneum making a change, going for a little more size with Brandon Sides, so he will check in. We're going to get a timeout. Herculaneum wants to talk it over. It's 11-10. St. Pius with the lead. Let's again find out, see if we got an update from Craig from the Gene Steighorst tournament on the Hillsborough Festus matchup. Teams are ready to go after the timeout here at Crystal City High School. 11-10, St. Pius with the lead in the Crystal City Hoops Classic Championship. They dump it inside to the Lancers. Ball tipped away, intended for Seraphin. Alexander took it away. He pulls up left side. Jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound Claus. Alexander can't find the bucket so far in the early going of this one. There's a steal by Washburn. Takes it away from Boyer after the errant pass, and Washburn missed the lay-in, but he is fouled. Free throws coming up for Jason Washburn. Has yet to score in this ball game. In fact, Alexander is not leading the team in scoring just yet, as he has the first 3 games of the season. He comes in averaging 26 points per game through the first 3 contests of the year. And Washburn misses the first attempt at the line. Herculaneum right now shooting about a 50% clip at the charity stripe. And they will be right at 50 if Washburn makes this one, and he does. It's tied up at 11, under 6 minutes to play in the second period. Boyer pass right side to Otek. They dump it inside, trying to get it to Claus. A push from behind will be called on Brandon Sides. That'll be his first personal. Team's 4th. We'll check that 5th foul. Herky's already in the bonus. 19 fouls have been called against St. Pius. Moody inbounding. Brings it up top for Boyer. Near side, Otek, long three. No good. Ball rattles around, and in the corner, Claus has it. That went off a couple of players before it found its way to the corner, and Claus was there. 11-11. 5:25 to play in the first half. Lancers working the perimeter. Near side wing, beyond three to Moody in the corner for Seraphin. Drives baseline, called for traveling. And it's Herculaneum ball. 5:14 to play in the first half. Alexander inbounds to Washburn. Washburn spots for a three. Missed it. Rebound tipped to Washburn. Underneath, trying to dump it in for Dunn. Tough angle shot, no good, but he's fouled. Herculaneum can't get the shots to fall, but they are drawing lots of fouls from the St. Pius Lancers. This will be the second personal on Sam Moody. Holdinghausen set to check in for the Lancers after the first free throw attempt by Dustin Dunn. First one no good, left it short on the front rim. Herculaneum stays true to character. Dunn will hit this one, and Herky will stay right at 50% at the line. Thus far, every trip they've made to the free throw line, they've hit one of two. And there it is. 12-11, Herculaneum on top by a point. Low-scoring affair in the first half of this one. Boyer's going to take it all the way to the basket, miss the lay-in with the left hand, and a foul is called on Herky. That'll be on Alexander. That'll be his first. St. Pius has found a couple of open seams to the basket, but every time they get close, somebody steps in and disrupts the shot. That time a foul is called. As the free throw by Boyer is good, and we're tied again at 12. Under 5 to go in the first half. Pius misses the second free throw. Dunn the rebound. Pass ahead for Martinez right side. Up and under shot. Try to get around the defender. Called for traveling. 12-12 the score. St. Pius wants a timeout. Jeff Broadwater wants to talk it over. We'll take a break as well. Back in 30 seconds on KJFF. We're tied at 12 with 4:47 to play in the first half. St. Pius and Herculaneum doing battle for the Crystal City Hoops Classic title game. One of these two teams will hoist the first place trophy at the end of the night. St. Pius making another move to the basket as Boyer's fouled again. Josh Boyer's making a habit of taking the ball right down the middle and going to the basket. Brandon Sides will pick up the personal. That'll be his second. 2 free throws coming up for Josh Boyer. First one rims out, no good. (12-12) our score as Boyer will take another foul shot. And got that one. St. Pius back on top, 13-12. Dunn for the Black Cats into the front court. Top of the key for Washburn, left side Martinez. Dribbles through the paint, kicks it out. Washburn right side. At the top for Dunn, 3 ball, no good. Rebound St. Pius. Almost taken away by Alexander, but Boyer regains it. Pass ahead for Claus, tipped it out of bounds. Kept alive momentarily. Now it's out, last touched by Herculaneum. The timeout was actually called before the ball went out. Timeout by the Lancers. This will give us a chance to check in and see how things are going from Hillsborough High School. As Craig Andrews is keeping us up to date on the Festus-Hillsborough matchup. Go ahead, Craig. All right, thanks a lot, Craig. That one looks to be going down the wire. This one has the potential to do that. But we still got a ways to go. We're still in the first half in the second period. 13-12, St. Pius with the lead. Seraphin, 3 in the corner, too strong, an air ball. Holdinghausen the rebound, forced the shot, missed it. Claus has it, he can't get it to go. Ball is knocked out of bounds, it'll be Herculaneum ball. Lancers had a couple of opportunities but couldn't get the shots to go in. And now it's Herculaneum's chance to reclaim the lead. Dunn, left side for Martinez. Puts on the floor once to Washburn at the top, right side in the corner for Alexander. Skip pass, Martinez, 15-footer, no good. St. Pius the rebound, they work it ahead, ball loose on the floor. Otek recovers. Otek's gonna take it downtown, missed it. Rebound, Claus puts it up and in and drew the foul. Chance at a three-point play, that was Seraphin who got that one in. Merrick Seraphin to the free throw line. This foul will be on Dunn, his second. Seraphin shooting one. And rims out, no good. Alexander gets the board. Ramsey for the Black Cats. Hands off to sides. Now it's Alexander with it between the circles. Right side for Martinez. At the top for Ramsey. Left wing, Kyle Bates. Back for Ramsey once more. 3 minutes to go in this one. In the first half, I should say. Alexander's going to pop the three left side. Rims out, no good. Rebound, Holdinghausen. Pius works it ahead. Otek gets free. Pump fakes, lays it up, no good. Ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touch by St. Pius. Herculaneum ball. St. Pius has missed a couple of chip shots. And Herculaneum remains in the ball game, down by just 3. 2:50 to play in the first half. 15-12. St. Pius on top of Herculaneum. Both teams playing some pretty good defense. Both teams have really had to work for their points. Black Cats work the perimeter. Alexander with it. Skip pass left side beyond 3. Bates. Hands off to Ramsey in the corner left side. Actor. Back for Ramsey up top. Actor's going to shoot the 3. Missed it. Herculaneum still can't buy a perimeter shot. Rebound, Claus of St. Pius. Josh Boyer between the circles. Crosses over, trying to get away from Ramsey. Hands off to Holdinghausen. Right wing, Seraphin. Seraphin's going to pull up just inside the arc. Barely draws iron. Rebound, Alexander. Under 2 minutes to go. Ramsey waits for his defender to go by. Reverse layup, tough angle shot, missed it. Outlet pass for Claus after the Pius rebound. Otek at the top. Right side wing beyond 3 to Holdinghausen. Up top, Boyer. Boyer will back it out, slow the tempo down. Now crosses over, trying to work inside the arc, through the paint, ball knocked away. Seraphin has it in the corner right side for Holdinghausen. Now to Boyer. Puts up the 12-footer, running shot, no good. Claus the rebound, he's fouled on the way up. Pius has had so many great looks and they just can't get anything to go. A lot of shots being missed in the paint by St. Pius. Foul was called on Dustin Dunn, that's his third. And they're gonna reset that actually. I don't think that was on Dunn. No, it was on Actor. That's his first. Claus at the free throw line. Problem right now, Pius can't hit the shots in the paint. Herculaneum can't hit the perimeter shot. Claus hits the first of 2 free throws. 3 points on the night for Phil Claus. 2-possession lead for St. Pius. 16-12 with 1:22 remaining in the first half. Second free throw, no good. How many times? I think every trip we have seen to the free throw line by both teams, they have hit 1 of 2. Bates hands off right side for Actor, back for Bates up high. Bates puts it on the floor, works it right side, gives to Actor. Actor flip pass at the top for Martinez. To Alexander left side, gives to Bates cutting in. Shot rejected, but a foul. Phil Claus maybe picking up the personal, got him at the body, going for the block. This will be the first personal on Phil Claus. Kyle Bates to the free throw line. Let's see if Bates can keep up the string of 1 of 2 hit at the free throw line. 57 seconds remain in the first half. First attempt by Bates, no good. Left it on the front rim. History holds true. Bates will hit this one. Kyle Bates trying to get into the scoring column and does. 16-13. St. Pius with the lead. Low scoring first half. Neither team has been able to shoot the ball well. Tenacious defense by both squads. Seraphin on the right side, hands off to Boyer. He's between the circles, guarded by Ramsey. Boyer will pass into the corner right side. Seraphin dribbles to the top, gives to Holdinghausen. Left side wing to Otek. Middle of the floor, Holdinghausen, right wing, Boyer. Now it's Claus who comes out of the paint to take that one and coughs it up. Alexander stripped it. He's going to go all the way to the basket, and a running dribble penetration. Layup good with the left hand by Alexander. Herculaneum now down by just a point. First field goal for Jake Alexander. 16-15, Pius by 1. Boyer with 5 seconds. Turn, fires it up off the glass, no good. Seraphin has it. His jumper rims in good at the buzzer. And St. Pius will head to the locker room with a 3-point lead. 18-15, St. Pius on top. We'll take a break for 2 minutes and return after this on 1400 KJFF. You got to give these teams a lot of credit. It's been kind of a strange week with the snowfall and having to play a championship game on a Monday after, I'm sure neither of the teams did much yesterday, if anything at all. And that might explain a little bit about the low scoring that we've had in this matchup. Herculaneum starts off with the ball as Dunn brings it near side for Plager. Nice pick set. Jumper no good. Rebound Martinez. Herculaneum still cannot find the outside shot. Plager forced that one up. Off the window, no good. Fouled his own shot and missed. A couple of good looks, and the Lancers bring it down court after gathering the rebound. Tyler Burke will hand off to Moody between the circles. Moody continues to hold it. Dunn backing off of any kind of pressure. St. Pius will bring it left side for Claus. Left side of the key. And now to Moody. Thanks. Claus then had the ball stripped away as Alexander tried to take it, and he's going to be called for the reach-in foul. That'll be the second, I believe, on Jake Alexander. It is. St. Pius led in the first half in scoring by Josh Boyer off the bench with 5 points. Herculaneum led by Alexander and Dunn. They had 5 each. Pius working it around. It's Burke right side, trying to dump it in for Claus. Layup off the mark. Got his own rebound, puts it up and in and drew the foul. Phil Claus with a chance at a 3-point play. He was fouled by Dunn. That'll be the third on Dustin Dunn. (20-15), St. Pius on top, looking for their largest lead of 6. Shot is up and good by Claus. Gives him 6 points in the game. Just like that, he's the leading scorer. 21-15, Martinez on the baseline, looking for help and traveled. Shuffled the pivot foot, if you will. And the ball goes back to St. Pius after the turnover. 6-point lead for St. Pius, 21-15. Early part of the third quarter in a low-scoring affair. Left side beyond 3 to Claus into the corner for Burke. 3 ball on the way, rims out, pinball. Alexander the rebound. Alexander will back it out beyond the arc, cut off on the baseline, brings it back out. Up top for Plager. Steps in near the free throw line, past Alexander, drives baseline, high off the glass and good. The high kiss off the window by Jake Alexander, and Herculaneum is back to within 4. Alexander now with 7. Burke in the corner left side, up top for Vallow. Backs it out, gives to Otek, drives baseline left side, foul on the floor against Herky before the shot. And that one's going to be against Thomas Plager, his 3rd. Martinez checks out of the ball game, replaced by Ramsey. Plager stays in with 3 fouls. Ball up top to Moody between the circles. Dribbles to the left side, stops, gives it the free throw line for Burke. Drives in, dish underneath for Claus, layup good. Great pass by Burke to Claus as he's able to finish. And St. Pius up 23-17. And Dunn tries to make a move to the basket, and we lost the scoreboard. Scoreboard lost power, so they're going to have to reset that. So they'll check out the electrical end of it. And there it is. Clock stopped with 5:27 to go in the 3rd. 6-point lead for St. Pius, 23-17. Phil Claus leads all scorers with 8 points for St. Pius. Now Jake Alexander with 7 for Herky. Scores from earlier tonight in the Gene Steighorst tournament. DeSoto winning 55-25 over Fox in the opening round. And Hillsborough with the win over Festus, 47-46. Herculaneum inbounds. Plager drives in, missed the shot. Rebound tipped. Ramsey's got it, kicks it out for Dunn. Again, Herky just can't get the shots to go down, but they continue to get a few second chance opportunities. Underneath for Washburn, he gets bumped from behind by Otek. Otek will pick up the foul. That'll be number 1 on him. Herky will inbound underneath. Alexander with trigger. Pass into the baseline, jumper by Plager, good. Plager hits the 10-foot jumper, 23-19. Plager now with 5. 4-point lead for St. Pius. Herky able to trim it down. Burke on the left side, beyond 3, guarded by Ramsey. Hands off at the top for Moody. He swings it left side. Otek puts it on the floor. Through the paint, and he falls to the ground, and a push is going to be called against Herculaneum. Push foul on Plager. That's going to be his 4th, and he'll come out, and it'll be a while before we see Thomas Plager come back into the game. Bates in for the Black Cats. St. Pius will inbound. 14 fouls called against Herculaneum, 1 on St. Pius. Bounce pass left side for Burke. Burke trying to feed into Otek, but instead goes up top to Moody. Right side for Claus, in the corner Vallow, back for Claus. Now it's Burke between the circles. Dribbles with the right hand, crosses over to the left. Puts that one up high off the window, missed it. Rebound Ramsey, Burke went over the back. Burke will pick up his 3rd personal. And Burke will have to go to the bench as he's replaced by Josh Boyer, who has been a big spark plug for St. Pius in the ballgame. Herculaneum with the basketball, down by 4. 4:40 to play in the 3rd. Alexander, right wing, brings it at the top for Ramsey. He's going to go ahead and pop the 3. Missed it off to the right, got his own rebound. Gives to Alexander. Herculaneum will reset. Alexander pulls up from the top, buries a little 8-footer. Hangs in the air and scores. Alexander with 9. And Herculaneum is back to within 2 points. Lancers with it, right side, Otek. Takes it to the basket. Up off the glass, no good. Alexander the rebound. Alexander splits the defenders. Finger roll left short of the front rim. And the rebound to Boyer. St. Pius got the board, and Boyer's fouled as he tries to bring it out. Inadvertent push foul by Herculaneum. This one, I think, will be Ramsey. It is his first. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 23-21. St. Pius on top of the Cats. Lancers looking for their third consecutive Crystal City Classic title. Otek gives left side for Boyer. He puts it on the floor between the circles. Picks up the dribble, looking for help, and gives to Otek on the right wing. Almost lost it out of bounds, but recovers. Stops on the baseline, dumps it in for Vallow. Steps around Washburn, layup no good. They battle for the rebound, tipped, and Dunn's got it. Back comes Herculaneum with a chance to tie. Dunn forced up the shot on the baseline. Contact but no foul. Ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by St. Pius. Herculaneum basketball with 3:09 to go in the third. Alexander will bring the ball in. Up top for Ramsey. Feeding in, Dunn wide open, layup good. Someone from St. Pius lost their man, and Dunn gets the lay-in. Tied at 23. Right wing beyond 3 for Otek. Now it's Claus between the circles. Right side, Moody dumps it in for Otek. Lost the ball out of bounds, stripped away by Herky. Still St. Pius ball, 2:43 to go in the third. Low-scoring game, but both teams putting in quite an effort. Moody has it for the Lancers, right wing beyond the arc, guarded by Dunn. Bounce pass into the corner for Otek. Dribbles through, pulls up from 10, right side, missed it, rebound Ramsey. Dunn. Into the front court, hands off to Actor. Into the corner for Ramsey. He'll take the 15-footer, missed it. They battle for the rebound. Bates has it, puts it back up, no good, no foul, and the rebound tipped to Vallow. Back comes St. Pius. Into the corner right side, it's Moody. Getting around Actor, the running layup, no good. The ball out of bounds, and it is going to remain with Herculaneum. They call a push foul. And this will be against St. Pius. Foul is called on Claus. That'll be a second personal for the Lancers. Herculaneum with it, with a chance to reclaim the lead. Still tied at 23. Ramsey between the circles. Crosses over. Takes it to the basket. Little hook shot, no good. Rebound, Boyer. Outlet pass for Moody. Underneath for Otek. Taken away by Alexander, saves it to Dunn. Dunn ahead for Actor. Underneath, wide open, Bates is hammered. He gets hammered by Claus. Bates will go to the free throw line. Phil Claus will pick up the foul. Pretty good foul by Claus, not allowing Bates to score the bucket to put his team on top. Instead, he will earn them at the free throw line. Bates at the stripe, shooting 2. And the first one's good. Herculaneum's got the lead back. 24-23. Claus goes to the bench with 3 fouls, replaced by Zinser. Bates missed the second one. Rebound Zinser. Lancers down by one, 24-23. Otek wide open left side. Opts not to take the three. Instead takes it to the basket and scores the lay-in. Otek with 6 points. Pius back on top by one. On the corner right side for Bates. Double teamed. Looking for help. Flips it up top for Ramsey. Skip pass near side, Dunn. At the top for Actor. Right wing for Bates. Bates gives to Ramsey near the free throw line. Backs it out beyond the arc. Dunn open at the top for a moment. He dumps it in for Alexander. He gets free and scores the left side lay-in. Alexander with 11, Herculaneum up 26-25. An answer by St. Pius off the mark. Zinzer. Looks like Seraphin originally tried to put that ball up and in, and then they wave it off. I think Seraphin may have stepped on the sideline. The end line, if you will. And that's Herculaneum ball. It's 27-26. Dunn at the top. Right side for Alexander. And a hold and a foul called on St. Pius. Herculaneum will inbound. Seraphin scored that bucket, by the way, for St. Pius to make it a 27-26 advantage for the Lancers. They dump it in for Alexander. Double team, now triple team. Turn, faced up, put it up and in off the glass. With 3 Pius Lancers in his face. Alexander scores to give him 13 in the game and give his team a 1-point lead. Left side, jumper no good, 10-footer missed by Moody. Actor the rebound, ahead for Ramsey, and time expires here in the third. Herculaneum with a 1-point lead as we head to the fourth and final period. We'll take a break for 1 minute, back in a moment on 1400 KJFF. It's anybody's game in this championship from Crystal City High School, the Hoops Classic. 1-point lead for Herculaneum as we begin the fourth quarter, 28-27. St. Pius with the ball. Burke has it through the paint, lost the handle, ball knocked away. Alexander's got it. He'll hand off to Dunn. Alexander turns, fires it up, buries it just inside the arc, and Herculaneum up by 3. Jake Alexander with 15. 3-point edge for the Black Cats. St. Pius with it now between the circles. Boyer, he's going to drive right side, gets around Ramsey, layup good. Boyer with the answer, brings the Lancers to within 1. Bates down court for Herculaneum. He's going to spot for 3. Left it short of the front rim. Maybe not a good shot by Herky, but you figure one of these days those perimeter shots are going to go down. Boyer, jump step, lays it up and in off the right block. St. Pius back on top, 31-30. Ramsey kicks it into the corner for Actor. Up top for Dunn. Dunn backs it out near the midcourt line. Brings it back closer to the arc. Corner right side for Bates, on the wing Ramsey. At the top for Dunn, takes it to the basket, double team, shot off the glass no good, but a foul. And it'll be called on the floor. Foul on the floor on St. Pius. Dunn is not in the act of shooting. Foul is on Seraphin. Check that, Zinzer, that's his second. 16 fouls against St. Pius, 5 for Herculaneum. Bates inbounding, gives to Alexander, lost the handle, picks it back up and lays it home. Jake Alexander with 17, Herculaneum back up by a point. Alexander taking over in the second half. Otek dumps it in right side, Zinzer layup good, that was nicely done. Zinzer with his first bucket. St. Pius back up by a point, 33-32. Dunn on the right wing, gives in the corner for Bates. Drives in, dishes to Dunn, turns around, ball is blocked by Otek. Lancers pick up the loose ball. Boyer, left side for Burke, and Burke gets bumped by Kyle Bates. That'll be a foul on Bates. That'll be the second personal on Kyle. 5:56 to play. St. Pius up 33-32. Alex Otek will inbound for St. Pius. Thomas Plager back in for Herculaneum. He's in there with 4 fouls. Otek will hand off to Boyer. Boyer brings it into the front court. Drives right side. Jump stop. Layup. Good. Tough move by Josh Boyer. Alexander, right wing beyond 3, up top for Dunn. Gets free from his man. Back for Alexander. 3 ball. Up and no good. Left short. Serafin, or check that, Claus, the rebound. St. Pius on top, 35-32. Here in the championship. Boyer, try to pass. Trying to get on the baseline for Claus. The ball is tipped away by Herky and out of bounds. St. Pius retains possession, though, inbound underneath the basket. Leading by 3. Otek lobs it in for Burke, left side. Burke has been quiet in this one. He's had to sit a lot because of foul trouble. Burke was the leading scorer in the semifinal win over Potosi with 20. He was scoreless tonight. Burke gets the ball, drives in, lost the handle, stripped away, but Claus picks up the loose ball and scores. And Herculaneum wants a timeout as Pius is now up by 5, 37-32. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break and we'll return in 1 minute on 1400 KJFF. St. Pius on top, 37-32. They've outscored Herculaneum 10-4 here in the 4th. Still got a lot of time left, just under 5 minutes. Dustin Dunn for the Cats at the top, brings it near side on the wing for Bates. Back for Dunn, 3-pointer up, no good. Plager the rebound and pushed from behind. Plager will go to the free throw line. What a great job by Plager to get position. And I think they might get Claus for the foul. And they do. That's 4 on Phil Claus. Thomas Plager at the free throw line. He has 5 points in the ballgame. Claus checks out. Zinser back in. Plager will try to bring the Cats back to within a couple. First one on the way is no good. Missing the front end of the 1-and-1. Rebound Zinser. Between the circles, Burke. Burke will swing it to the left side for Otek. Further on the wing, given to Serafin. Merrick Serafin bounce pass to Burke, tipped away by Herky and out of bounds. Still St. Pius basketball. Lancers lead 37-32. Tyler Burke will inbound for the Lancers. He has been held scoreless in this one. He and Ryan Vallow are both scoreless and both have played limited minutes. Burke brings it in. Swinging around the perimeter. Right now it's Otek controlling on the left side. Hands off to Serafin, guarded by Dunn. Dumps it into the corner for Burke. Burke will dribble up to the wing. At the top between the circles, Otek. Left side beyond 3, given to Boyer. Now it's Burke. And an offensive foul is going to be charged against St. Pius. It'll be against Merrick Serafin. And Serafin will pick up his second foul. Herculaneum ball down by 5. Actor right side to Dunn at the top. Dunn will pull up, missing the 10-footer. Zinser went over the back for the rebound over Bates. Foul on Anthony Zinser. It's Herculaneum ball as they'll inbound underneath. And this, I believe, will put Herculaneum into the bonus. This will be a 1-and-1. Yeah, they've been in the bonus, as a matter of fact. Zinser called for his third. Bates at the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. Herculaneum has had their problems at the line tonight. And he misses the front end. Zinser the rebound. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to play. St. Pius by 5. And a carry is called against St. Pius. That'll be against Boyer. Traveling call gives it back to the Black Cats. Herculaneum has had every opportunity to climb back in it. And they have not been able to come up with the free throws and just overall not been able to score. And they've had some chances. But St. Pius has yet to blow them out. They have yet to really take that big advantage. Bates has it right side for the Cats, brings it up top for Actor. Flips it into the corner, dangerous pass. Plager's got it, drives baseline, layup no good. Too far underneath the basket, and now a double dribble is called on St. Pius on Otag. Now give the ball right back to the Black Cats. See if the Black Cats can finally take advantage. Dunn gives in the corner for Actor, on the wing for Bates. Bates right side beyond 3, Dunn drives baseline. Dumps it in for Alexander, layup, good, and a foul. Chance at a three-point play for Jake Alexander. Great feed from Dustin Dunn. Alexander with a chance to make it a 2-point game if he can complete the three-point play. He's got 19. He can make it 20. He got it. 3 minutes to go, 2-point lead for St. Pius. 37-35. Jake Alexander has 20 of his team's 35 points. Burke dumps it in and trying to get it to Seraphin. Foul called before the pass. This will be a 1-and-1 for St. Pius. Seraphin will go to the charity stripe as Dunn picks up his 4th foul. Dunn and Plager each have 4 fouls. And both were on the court. Seraphin's first free throw is good. Gives him 7. 3-point lead for St. Pius. And make it a 4-point lead. Seraphin with 8 points off the bench. And they've got 11 points off the bench for Josh Boyer. 4-point lead for St. Pius, 39-35. Bates on the near side as St. Pius continues to play zone. Alexander, tough angle on the baseline. Just turns and puts it right in. Nice touch. 22 for Jake Alexander. Shot on the baseline is buried. Little 7-footer hit by Tyler Burke at a tough angle. First bucket for Burke. Plager drives in, pulls up from 10. Can't get it to fall. Burke the rebound. 4-point lead for St. Pius. There's a steal by Bates as the pass was telegraphed. Bates in traffic, lays it up off the window and in. 2-point lead again for St. Pius as Herculaneum trims that lead down to 1 possession again. Boyer tries to answer. His lay-in no good, but drew the foul. This might be number 5 on Plager, judging by his reaction. It is, and Plager is fouled out. 41-39, St. Pius with the lead. Thomas Plager for Herculaneum fouls out, finishes the evening with 5 points. Youngster is getting better and better. Soon those open shots that he has been getting will fall. Only a sophomore. Free throws coming up for Josh Boyer. What a game he has had for the Lancers off the bench with a team high 11 points. Make it 12 as he buries the first free throw. Next one coming up for Boyer. And he missed it. Rebound, Alexander. 3-point lead for St. Pius, minute 45 left. Just inside the arc, Alexander puts it up and in. Hit the front iron and then dropped in the cylinder. Alexander's got 24. 1-point lead for St. Pius, a minute and a half to play. In the corner left side for Otek. Puts it on the floor with the right hand. Passes across the way to Boyer. Now it's Burkett high, near the free throw line. Spins in the paint, shot no good, traveled with the ball. Minute 22 seconds left, traveling against Burke. Gives the ball to Herculaneum with a minute 22 seconds left. Black Cats looking to reclaim the lead. Dunn to Bates on the right side. Back for Dunn between the circles. Right wing Bates in the corner for Actor. 3 ball. No good and left short of the front rim. They battle for the rebound and a push will be called underneath against St. Pius. Check that against Herculaneum. This will be on Dustin Dunn and he has fouled out as well. Dustin Dunn will finish the evening with 7 points. Free throws coming up for Phil Claus. 1:07 to play, 42-41, St. Pius with the lead. Replacement for St. Pius is Mike Martinez, so he comes in for Dunn. Phil Claus is shooting. He has 10 points on the night. 2 for 2 at the line. Otek checks out. Burke is coming in. Moody actually comes in. Phil Claus will try to increase the lead for the Lancers. First attempt is good. It is. Next foul will be double bonus time for St. Pius. Right now a 2-point lead for the Lancers. Looking to win this tournament for the 3rd straight year. And there's a second shot that falls through. 44-41, just over a minute to go. Alexander with it for Herculaneum. At the top between the circles, timeout called by Sean Breeze. Wants to talk about it as his team trails by 3 points. We'll take a break and we'll bring it back here in 30 seconds. You're listening to coverage of the Crystal City Hoops Classic on KJFF. 59 seconds to go in this one as St. Pius leads 44-41 over Herculaneum in the Crystal City Hoops Classic Championship. Number 1 seed fell in the semifinals, so did the number 2 seed, and it put the number 5 seeded Black Cats against the number 3 seeded St. Pius Lancers here in the finals. And the game has gone down to the wire. Herculaneum carried a 1-point lead going into this 4th quarter. But the Lancers right now up by 3. Black Cats, will they go for the tie? Or will they just go for the 2-point bucket? Still a lot of time left. Mike Martinez inbounds for Herculaneum, gives to Bates. Bates at the top. The right wing to Actor. Back for Bates between the circles. Skip pass near side for Martinez. Ball fake. Back for Bates. Right wing for Actor. They bring it into Martinez. A little backdoor cut. Shot high off the glass. No good. Ball loose and knocked out of bounds. It'll be St. Pius ball. Martinez high off the glass. Had to get it over the taller Phil Claus. He did so, but he can't get the right angle. And the ball went out of bounds to St. Pius. Herculaneum pressuring a little bit with 30 seconds left. Timeout called by Coach Broadwater with 30 ticks remaining. So they're going to talk it over. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll bring it back in 30. St. Pius leading 44-41 on KJFF. St. Pius trying to hang on as they lead by 3 with 30 seconds remaining. Herculaneum will probably foul as soon as possible after the inbounds pass. That, of course, assuming they don't get the steal. Herculaneum has lost 2 players that have fouled out of this one, Dustin Dunn and Thomas Plager. St. Pius with Claus, Moody, Boyer, Seraphin, and Burke on the floor. Herculaneum, Martinez, Actor, Alexander, Bates, and Ramsey. Inbound to Burke. And Washburn trying to commit the quick foul and does so. Washburn will pick up his first foul. That'll send Tyler Burke to the free throw line, which probably is not a bad idea because Burke has not shot free throws in this ball game. He is very capable. He's had 20 points the other night, so he's capable of scoring. First free throw is no good. It rims out. Stays a one-possession game. But this is the big one. Three-point lead currently for St. Pius. Burke trying to make it a 4-point lead and a 2-possession advantage. He got it. He hits 1 of 2. Herculaneum will have to bring it down court, get a shot off quickly. In the corner, no. Actor now to Alexander. Backs it out beyond 3. To Martinez in the corner. Actor spots for the 3 in the corner. Got it! And with 14 seconds left, Herculaneum pulls to within a point on the 3 ball in the corner by the freshman, Drew Actor. Herky has missed perimeter shot after perimeter shot this entire game, but they get the big 3 at the right time by Actor. Quick timeout taken. The team's talking it over now. Herculaneum again looking to go for the steal, try to commit the early foul, the quick foul, if they can't get the steal, to force St. Pius to the charity stripe. Been another great contest for Jake Alexander. 19 of his 24 points have been scored in this second half. One of the reasons why the Cats have been able to stay with the St. Pius squad. Talk about an amazing feat it would be if Herculaneum could win this tournament after the troubles that they had a year ago, winning only 3 games and losing about a dozen games by 10 points or less last year. But it's right now St. Pius with the 1-point lead. The more battle-tested Lancers with a little more experience is the team with the advantage right now. Phil Claus will inbound for St. Pius. Looking for Moody, gets it to him. There's the foul by Martinez. Mike Martinez will commit his first personal. They'll send Sam Moody to the free throw line. Moody has yet to shoot free throws in this ball game. He has sat a good chunk of this game. Senior guard eyes the basket, and the shot is up and rumbles through. He got the bounce. 2-point lead for St. Pius. 46-44, 13 seconds left. He got them both. 4 points for Moody. 3-point lead for St. Pius. Alexander stops, skips it left side for Washburn. He's going to go ahead and launch the 3. Missed it, strong off the back iron. Rebound is to Seraphin. Foul committed by Herculaneum with 2.7 seconds left. And it looks as though the Lancers are going to hang on. Washburn, he got a good look, but he wasn't completely set when he took that shot on the right wing. The time was starting to become a factor. They had to make sure they got off some kind of a shot. Merrick Seraphin at the free throw line. He has 2 shots. First one is going to hang on the top of the rim. Are you kidding me? The ball is stuck on top of the rim, between the back of the rim and the backboard. The ball sitting there. What are the rules on that? Obviously, it doesn't count. So I guess that's a missed free throw. You will probably never see that again. Another attempt coming up here for Seraphin. It's on the way. It's good. And obviously, they don't count that first one. Well, that lead probably iced it, more than likely did so for St. Pius because it gives them a 4-point edge with 2 seconds left, and Seraphin will drain the next one as well. 49-44. Alexander, right wing for 3 at the buzzer, no good, and the ball game is over. The St. Pius Lancers have won the Crystal City Classic for the 3rd time in a row. 49-44 as they beat Herculaneum in the championship. What an effort put through by the young Black Cats. The Jeff Broadwater squad gets the win to improve to 4-2 on the season, and they will carry the trophy back to Lancerland for the 3rd straight year. 49-44, the final. We're back in 2 minutes on 1400 KJFF.
Great education.
Friendly atmosphere.
Beautiful campus.
The convenience and the affordability.
My experience at Jefferson College has been wonderful.
I find the quality of education here at Jefferson College to be one of a kind.
My experience at Jefferson College has been a major plus in my life and one of the best decisions I've made.
Jefferson College would be the place that I would recommend the most.
I'm Katie Williams.
I'm Kevin Higginbotham.
I'm Ann Martinson.
I'm Tony Markovich, and I'm proud I chose to attend Jefferson College.